starting here in about a week. So I'm going down there right now to do the last few things. I've got his ELD with me and forward-facing camera. I've got his logos for his doors, you know, with company name, DOT number, all that good stuff. And then basically get him all set up on motive and everything. And then I'm gonna do a driving test with him. I think I've said this in other videos. I don't know if my wife put it in them or not, or edited it out. I'm not sure. So I'll say it again. He's got a brand new 2024 3500, and he's got a brand new 2024 PJ, 40-foot dual tandem. You know, it's a 26K trailer. So we've got him registered at 40K. Yeah, real nice setup. You know, real nice PJ. Nice, you know, brand new Ram 3500. You know, it's got the night edition, so it's that dark gray color with all blacked out emblems, blacked out grille. Really, if I was going to get a 3500 on my next truck, it's exactly what I would want. He's had his CDL and he's been driving local in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, for over 20 years with a perfect record and everything. So already checked on insurance back in the beginning when we were first talking about him leasing on, and all of that's fine. You know, his insurance is going to be, you know, more expensive than mine, of course. He is registered at 40,000. I'm at 26,000. His equipment's more expensive than mine. It goes based on all of that stuff, you know. But he's got a perfect driving record, just like I do. So that helped him a lot. And of course, since my DOT number is about 17, 18 years old, that helps also, because my insurance is very cheap, and his insurance is at least half of what it would be if you started up your own authority. Those are the benefits of leasing on with a company that's you know, has a, you know, an old DOT number. Definitely, it's going to save you big time on insurance, as long as they don't have any violations, and you know, they've been doing things the right way. So definitely, if you're looking into leasing on somewhere, make sure you do some homework on the places that you're talking to. You know, and make sure they're not charging you a crazy percentage. It's not worth it. Don't give away a huge percentage of your business to be leased on somewhere. Make sure it's a fair percentage. You know, you have to make money out here. That's the only way this is worth it. So we're on our way down there. We're going to stay overnight. What's awesome is I don't even have to sleep in my truck. His wife is a manager for a hotel chain down there, and got me a hotel room for free down in the Stockton area. So that's pretty cool. Just gonna head down and check in there, stay the night, and then I meet up with him at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm just gonna meet him at the Pilot in Lathrop. We're just gonna install everything, install the ELD and all of that, get him on the app, get him signed in, make sure everything's good to go. I'm going to inspect his truck and trailer, make sure you know, he's got everything on there that he's supposed to have, fire extinguisher, make sure it's mounted properly, and go on the driving test. And that's an FMCSA regulation right there. So if you're somebody that has you know, your own numbers, your own DOT and MC and all that, and you want to lease anybody on, be ready for there to be a whole lot of stuff that you have to do. You know, we're talking about clearinghouse stuff, driving test. You know, they have to apply to your company with a real application. You have to have all their stuff on file, medical card, last 3 years of motor vehicle record. I mean, I could keep going on and on. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do. But we're going to go down, and FMCSA regulations, you have to fill out this piece of paper that's got your business name, you know, the date, all of that stuff, and how many miles you went on for the driving test. That way, that's documented, because you don't want to not fill that out. Where's the proof that you had this person that's leasing on under your authority do a driving test, where you actually went with them and made sure that they know how to use the equipment that they have to back it up, to drive it safely on the roads, any of that stuff. And if you don't have that piece of paper signed and, you know, dated, how many miles, you know, that they passed, and something happens, I can tell you one thing: you're going to be liable for some stuff. And I don't know enough about that right there to know how much liable you are, but I know that I'm going to fill it out and sign it and make sure I'm not. So at the end of the day, this is my business, my insurance, and everything that's riding on all of it. And also, even though, you know, he's got his own company name and everything, and he's an owner operator leased under my authority. Even though that's the case, I still am the safety officer of this company. So all the safety and compliance stuff has to be done by me. It can't be done by him. He's not running under his own authority. He's running under mine. So that's where all that stuff comes into play. You know, so you have to do a whole lot of research and make sure that you're doing everything by the book. Anyway, so I'm heading down to meet up with Sane right now. That's a big update for me. That's what's going on right now. My trailer's in the shop. Sounds like it's going to be there for a while. I still don't know exactly what's wrong with it. Truck is great, and brand new tires. Everything's, you know, everything's good to go on the truck. We're heading down to California to get all the Leased-On stuff handled and completed. We'll have another truck out on the road, but this time, you know, a bigger setup so that he can handle the freight that I have to turn down right now through my customers and the brokers that call me on it. They already know that he's leased onto my company, so they know that they can offer me, you know, some of the heavier stuff now, and I've got everything and everybody prepared for that. So it'll be a good time. We'll see you when we get there, guys. Down here in Stockton, Lathrop actually. Thank you, Sane, for hooking me up with this room here. This will definitely work better than sleeping in the truck, you know what I mean? So appreciate it. But yeah, we made it down here just fine. Everything's good. I'll see you guys in the morning when we go meet up with Sane and get everything all, you know, dialed in and buttoned up for him to start hauling his first load. All right, see you guys in the morning. Beautiful truck and trailer. See you, man. Man, I love this setup. Woo, look at that. Okay guys, so just got done meeting up with Sane at the Pilot there in Lathrop. Man, he's just a great guy, you know, really like him. It's the first time we've met in person. I mean, everything else that we've done has been over the phone, emails, texts, just talking, you know, figuring everything out, you know, what's best for him as far as leasing on. Feel like, you know, I gave him a very fair percentage and everything, which I'm not really going to go over on here. You know, it's kind of private, but yeah, I mean, and I've said this before on this channel, if you're going to lease on somewhere, make sure that it's a really good company that you're going to lease on to, that you're getting leased onto a company that has older numbers so that you get a good insurance break, because otherwise, why are you doing it really? You know, think about it. If you're just going to lease on to a company that is newer itself, as far as insurance purposes, everything like that, I mean, you're going to pay as much for insurance as you would have if you did your own authority, you know, or close to it. And, you know, you're going to be restricted in the loads that you can get, which, I mean, you could do that yourself then without paying a percentage. I mean, really. So, you know, make sure it's worth it for you. You know, this makes it to where insurance is, I mean, honestly cut in half. I mean, for the most part, from what I've seen and talking to my insurance agent, you know, the insurance is significantly less because of the older DOT number. And then, you know, make sure you're dealing with somebody that's been in business so that they're not restricted and by brokers saying they won't let them haul for them because it's only been 3 months or 30 days or 90 days or 6 months or whatnot. You know, I told myself I wasn't going to lease anybody on until I found the right person and until I was in business for a year. Not just for myself and figuring out my own business and everything, but to make it fair for the person that's going to lease on to the company. And, you know, we're getting very close to a year. But I mean, we've got our own customers and brokers that we work with, and we work off the load board here and there. We might work off it a little bit more, honestly, now that we've got a second truck to dispatch, just because it's going to be some growing pains. We have to figure that out and find what works best for his truck, his trailer, where he likes to go, stuff like that. But you know, we're going to get it figured out. He's a great guy. I just spent some time with him. You know, I got a little bit of footage of his truck and trailer. He's going to put on his logos at home because he drives that truck, you know, personal use right now until he's going to go out on the road. And so I just thought, well, hey, put these logos on then after. That way you don't have the numbers on the side of your truck and you're not getting messed with, stuff like that. So I installed the ELD, got him all hooked up on that with his login through Motive. Got the truck hooked up on there. Everything's working great. Showed him how to use the app. You know, went over all that good stuff. We went on a driving test. For someone like him, this is not a driving test. This is to you know, dot the I's and cross the T's for FMCSA type stuff and insurance stuff, you know, because I have to fill out a piece of paper that says how many miles we went and that he knows how to handle and operate the equipment that's going to be out on the roads under my authority. Like I said, he's been driving for over 20 years, CDL, with 0 issues. So we went on the driving test, of course. He backed into a spot at the Pilot there, and, you know, with 2 semis right next to him. All of it was perfect. So, you know, you can't really ask for anything more than that. He's going to work all next week at his other job. It's his last week there. And then we're going to find him his first load the following Monday. Unless he wants to take a couple more days, you know, between jobs, really. Because, I mean, I was like, hey, man, you know, think about it. If you want to take more than just a weekend, you've just been working for over 20 years of your life. Do you want to take a few more days, like, before you start your own business and take this adventure out on the roads, man? So he's going to talk to his wife and kind of go over that stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of how things are going right now. I left Stockton. I'm heading back north up to Oregon, heading home. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Really, I do. Thank you for watching. All right, guys. Until next time.